Welcome to Town Talk on News Talk 1230 WFVA. Brought to you by EV Mobility, here to keep you moving. For daily life, travel, or just having fun, visit GoEVMobility.com. Over the next hour, you'll be introduced to business and local leaders impacting our community. Text your comments or questions directly to the studio at 540-371-5756 or comment on Facebook at WFVA 1230. Now, the host of Town Talk, Ted Schugel.
We're going to focus in this morning on Alan and Alan and their hometown heroes, and we really have a treat for you today. We're going to introduce you to a couple of students who are our hometown heroes in studio with us today, and we'll introduce them in just a second. And like I said, this is really going to be a treat. It's always a treat to have David Williams with Alan and Alan here. David, it's great to have you back. Good morning.
Ted, thanks for having me. You know, I've always been a big fan of this show, so thanks for having me back.
That's one of the reasons I like having you back, because one of the first times you came in here and we talked, and it was evident that you had listened. So good stuff here, the Hometown Heroes program, David, just because you put the focus on people around the state who are doing some great things, and no different this year.
Yeah, that's right. You know, people ask us all the time, you know, what is a hometown hero to Alan and Alan? And what I tell folks, it's just really an everyday hero who makes our town just a great place to live and work. And it's our way of honoring those members of the community that we so proudly serve. So, you know, Alan and Alan is a personal injury law firm. We were founded over 100 years ago, and we have certain core values that we were founded on. And those core values were service, compassion, care, community, and family. And what you'll find in every single hero that we honor, they have those same core values as well. So it's just a way to celebrate these folks, really put a spotlight on them, and show the acts of kindness that they're doing in our community that usually go unnoticed.
Totally. And it's always so interesting. And if you go to alanandalan.com, you can see a list of everybody and read their stories. And it's just amazing, because I think sometimes we get caught up in just some of the negativity that's out there, and you just think, is there anything good? Well, you go to that list and look at this year, you know, last year, you know, the past 10 years or so that you've been doing this.
Yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. So our previous winners have included community leaders, foster parents, disability advocates, teachers, first responders, and these heroes that you're going to hear about today. And each of these individuals, you're right, if you go to our website, www.alanandalan.com, each of those individuals, they've got a unique story, an inspiring story of giving. And again, they represent those core values of our firm. So it's just a smart idea to put the spotlight on. Yeah. Because otherwise, these people are not seeking that spotlight. They're not seeking notoriety. I mean, this is the person who is in the study carrel next to you at work, or your next door neighbor, you know, across the way. And people have no idea. And when you put that spotlight on them, what we found is it's motivating others, right? I know it's motivated me in my charity work. And I just think when you motivate others, when you put that spotlight on it, I mean, you're right, we're all in this together. Yeah. And let's all do just little acts of kindness.
And David, I am sure as we go along this morning, if we were to ask our hometown heroes that we have in studio here, because it's like this every year, you talk to people who win, and you'll this isn't anything that they sought out. They're as surprised as anybody that they were chosen, but what they're doing is just fabulous.
Yeah, in our community, I mean, I feel so blessed to be able to live in Fredericksburg and work in Fredericksburg. And I want to make our community a great place to live. And the way you do that is not by really having to do anything very dramatic in everyday life, but it's these little acts of kindness that I call them, that really fly under the radar. Yeah. But I'm telling you, man, when you put that spotlight on it, everybody's going to see it. And if we all do a little bit of kindness, and Lord knows we all need that today with what we've been through the past, 18 months or so, it's just going to make Fredericksburg and all of Virginia, this world, a better place to live.
Yeah, we're going to talk much more this morning about what Alan and Alan does and the Hometown Heroes program. But let us put a spotlight now on Shreya and Isha Venkat. Good morning to both of you. It is an honor to meet you, and I can't wait to hear your story. And congratulations for being a hometown hero.
Hi, thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here and to share our story.
Can't wait to hear about it. And not only you sharing, I mean, you got up early to do this today. You don't just live right around the corner.
Yeah. We're from Northern Virginia, around Ashburn, Virginia. So traffic wasn't that bad this morning, though. So that was good.
It is great to have you here. Nest for Us is what got you here. Talk about how you guys came up with this idea and what you do.
Yeah, so since we were young, giving back was something that we did all the time with our family. Like, our mom would bring us along, like, we were super little, like in elementary school, to different like school and community events, like at libraries and things like that. And that's really where we were first introduced to like community service and giving back and volunteering. And that really got us inspired to make a difference in our community and invite other family and other friends involved as well. So we founded Nest for Us as a philanthropic platform built upon kindness, generosity, and social good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also when we were younger, we did face some discrimination based on race, age, gender, and it was mainly because we were youth, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people doubted us, saying, "Oh, they're just youth. What can they do in the community?" And what we really want to show people is that it doesn't really matter how old you are. It's never too late to start. You can always make a difference because everyone does have the power to make a difference in their own special way. And we really want to show and inspire other people to do the same because it really only takes 30 seconds to change someone's entire life.
Boy, and each of you can jump in and talk about this, but just the fact, you talked about your parents taking you along and at a young age, and so often I think that even parents just think, oh, they're just in the, I'll get more done if I don't bring them. But how important that was to model that so early and for you guys to go along and be enthusiastic to do it.
Yeah, it was so important. They've taught us so many important ideals of like service and kindness and just being a good human being and a good citizen. They've taught us so many things that we definitely carry with us now and will carry on with us for the rest of our lives and to our own children, and keep that cycle of giving going on and on. For sure.
And I think it's the belief in us. They had that belief from the beginning that we could make a difference, even if we were that young, that they saw that power within us, even at an early age. And I think that's something that's so important. And that's always what we like to tell adults in particular is, like, don't underestimate the power of youth because they really can make a difference if you give them the chance and if you support them. And we're so lucky to have parents that do support us every step of the way. And so that's the main thing, is having that belief in youth to make a difference.
David, at least for me, you just think as a parent, you just think you look at them and you just think there really is hope.
Absolutely. I hope my teenagers at home are listening to this segment as well. But you can see how the Venkat sisters are really just powerhouses, right? I mean, they have appeared in People magazine. They have been on the Today Show. So, I was telling them this morning, now they can check that box. Here they are on Town Talk, right? What else is there to accomplish? But it just shows that people really all over the world are buzzing about these two sisters. I mean, these are two of probably our youngest heroes that we've ever had. I mean, we've got a college student and a high school student. And look at the things they're doing now. I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the future. And you see, as they just told a little bit about their charity work, how that aligns with those same core values of Alan and Alan, the service, the community, the care, the compassion, and the family. And so it's just a really wonderful thing to see. Yeah, it's great to have you guys here. We're gonna jump in and talk kind of in detail what goes on with Nest. It's called Nest for Us. Nest the number 4us.org if you want to check out the website. Sharia and Isha Venkart here, along with David Williams from Alan and Alan. Shreya and Isha are hometown heroes. We'll take a quick break and resume when we come back on News Talk 1230 WFVA.
Opinions, we've all got them, and we'd like to hear yours on Town Talk. Brought to you by EV Mobility, here to keep you moving. For daily life, travel, or just having fun, visit GoEVMobility.com. Text the studio now at 540-371-5756. Here's the host of Town Talk, Ted Schubert.
Every year, Allen and Allen, the law firm, has a Hometown Heroes program, and we have some Hometown Heroes in studio with us today. David Williams from Allen and Allen here, along with Shreya and Isha Venkat. They are with Nest for Us, nestforus.org. So when did all of this start, Shreya? When did you get the idea of putting Nest for Us together?
Yeah, so we actually started this over 5 years ago. I was 13 years old, and Isha was 10.
13 and 10.
It's amazing.
And you just were sitting around, and at that point, I was like watching cartoons.
I don't want to tell folks what I was doing at 13, so that's absolutely amazing.
Oh, yeah. But so like Isha was saying, we did volunteer even when we were really young.
Yeah.
But we also noticed a couple issues in the community. One of them being food waste and hunger. So we live pretty close to DC, so we would go to DC often. And we see a lot of homeless people there on the streets who didn't have food or basic necessities. And we also notice in our own communities, in restaurants, even schools, so much food is being wasted every day. And so we kind of took the two issues, food waste and people living hungry, and we kind of connected the two. And we were like, why not think of a solution that helps tackle both? And so that's exactly what our first program, we have 5 main programs, and our first one is called Nest Nurtures. And that focuses on tackling food insecurity and food waste and just reducing food waste, because we know that not only helps those who are living hungry, it also helps the climate as a whole, because it's keeping good food out of landfills and it's also helping people in need. So it's like a double win-win situation in that sense.
So what are some of the other, you said there's 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so after we created Nest Nurture, something that we noticed even within ourselves is that, we wanted to have a lot of different opportunities to give back passionately, because we know everybody has different interests and different passions, and we want to be able to cater to that with these programs. So after Nest Nurtures, we created 4 more programs. So we have Nest Tutors, which focuses on providing quality education to people worldwide. Nest Cares, which is our kindness program, where we do different random acts of kindness, those little acts of kindness that Mr. David was talking about. As well as making blessing bags and having different service projects and things like that. And we also have Nest Buddies, where we provide birthdays in a box, which is basically we make a box for kids who may not be able to afford to celebrate a birthday, and we put in little presents and little treats and a handmade card and things like that, just to brighten their day and give them a birthday that every child deserves, right? And we also have Nest Inspires, which is our leadership program, where we give different workshops and webinars with community leaders, speakers, and activists on a wide range of topics, from leadership and mental health to kindness, positivity, sustainability, all over the spectrum. And we do it all with our volunteer family. We're so grateful that in our 5 years we've been able to gain over 1,500 volunteers of all different ages and backgrounds from all over the world, just supporting us always. They really are our backbone and our support, and we're so grateful to each and every one of them.
Boy, it seems the way you've set this up, then, this is the kind of thing that can just multiply in communities all around the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, we're so happy that we've been actually able to spread a couple of our programs, our Nest Tutors and Nest Inspires, actually globally, and that's been one of the silver linings of the pandemic. Of course, the pandemic has affected everyone in such drastic ways, but we always try to look at the positive sides of things. So we've actually been able to utilize technology to connect with people across the globe and provide resources to those most vulnerable communities who are already not getting the resources, but who now need it more than ever. And we feel so lucky to be able to provide that and provide other people with the opportunity to connect with people across the globe. And so that's something that we're really grateful for.
This must be something that at times you guys just sit back and are just amazed at how things have taken off like this.
Definitely.
We never expected this, for sure.
And you could really write volumes about the recognition that they received. They're very modest, but they've received so many awards, like the George H.W. Bush Points of Light Award. They have been named L'Oreal Paris Women honorees. And it's, their main focus, yes, is this Nest for Us and all these different facets. But in all these interviews that they've done and all these recognitions, I've read one of your quotes, and I've written it down, and their quote is this. It says, "It's simple. 30 seconds of kindness can change someone's day or even life for the better. Small acts add up. If you do it with love in your heart, that's what matters. I printed that out, have it on my desk. What a wonderful
It is.
quote. It's inspiring.
That's
really.
so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's like our life mantra. And that's like kind of what we always tell people is you don't have to do some grand gesture. It doesn't have to be something huge to be able to make a difference. Even those small actions, actually those small actions are the ones that do make the biggest difference. And it's something that everyone can do. Whether you're 4 years old, 80 years old, across the country, wherever you are, you'd be able to do something good in the world. And I always like to say, like, imagine if all 8 billion of us in the world actually did one act of kindness or something nice every day. Imagine how much brighter the world would be. So, yeah.
No, when you think about it, if that could somehow happen, and even if just even half of us did that kind of thing, just what it would be.
Exactly.
And it's not, and especially, Isha, as you went through all the different things, a lot of these aren't really time consuming or big things, but like David, like the quote of you guys, just those little things can have a huge difference.
Yeah, exactly. We always like to say 30 seconds is all it takes. It doesn't take very long. You know, we can, something that we like to say is that you can block out time for doing like things with your friends, going to the movies, going to the mall, and things like that. So why can't we do that with volunteering and helping other people as well? So.
And I'm telling you, when you put that spotlight on that little act of kindness, it is going to be a motivator. It's going to be a multiplier, and it's going to have other folks in our community just do that small act of kindness. And you're right, it all adds up. And again, we're all in this together.
Exactly.
Think of how much time we waste every day just on our phone, just doing stupid stuff.
I mean, technology can be such a powerful force
Yeah.
of good. People can be using social media and the internet to spread positivity, to spread positive messages, awareness on a lot of these issues. The first step, whether you go out in the world and do something, is spreading awareness. That itself is going to, maybe it can have someone else who does have the power or the money or whatever it might be to take an extra step forward. But you spreading that awareness already shows that you care about the issue, number one, and you're passionate about it, and you want others to go and fight for something that you're passionate about too. And so I think that's something really special about awareness and advocacy, and that's something that we really love to do, and we encourage a lot of other people to do as well.
Where did the name come from? Where did you come up with the kind of the nest concept?
Yeah, so basically nest for us has a lot of different meanings. So the first part, the nest part, stands for newer environment starts today. Basically, we want to create like a newer, kinder environment for everybody to live in. And the for us part stands for everybody, for all of us. So like Shreya mentioned earlier, like we experienced a lot of discrimination because of who we are and where we came from. And a big thing about our organization is that we want to create foster a community full of acceptance and kindness and make sure that none of our volunteers experience the same hardships that we experience.
Yeah.
So the for us part is for everybody. We always provide our services to anybody. We don't discriminate on anybody. And we always allow anybody to join our volunteer family as well and help those in need as well. So the nest for us is all about just being there for people and being their home, like a nest, like a bird's nest, right? We want to be kind of that nest for people who may not have a family or friends or loved ones and be there for them and be that family.
I do appreciate the fact that you both have mentioned about just the discrimination part, because I think sometimes some of us would say, well, you know, you're still youth and you haven't experienced things, but you have, and that shows us that there is work to be done still.
Yeah, definitely. And again, small things. Everyone, again, that kindness thing again comes in. If everyone was just nice and understanding to people, and don't automatically have that prejudice against people and are very accepting to other people's opinions, I think that would be that would really turn the world around in a great way. And so that's something that we really like to show, is to be accepting of everyone, because you don't know what people are going through. And if you take a second to listen to them, listen to their stories, the same thing applies to the people that we serve. We serve homeless people and low-income families. There's often a stigma put, and people are like, oh, no, they're mean, they're scary, whatever it might be. But when you actually go sit and talk with them, you get to hear their stories, and they're actually really inspiring people who are just looking for someone to talk to. And that's something that's really special for us, is we're able to connect with so many people and hear all these different stories, and it really makes us feel special as well.
Are you able to run this out of a room at home, or how do you have an office, or how do you run something as big as this?
Yep, we have a home office, which is exciting, and we operate in our community. We've been able to luckily expand. We work mainly in the Washington metro area, but like I said earlier, we have gone global, which is really exciting. So we're hoping to expand more, get more people involved across the nation, across the world.
Yeah, we've been able to partner with different schools, like businesses, community partners, and like organizations like that we can go and provide volunteers to. We can support like the residents there and things like that. So we've been really glad to meet, like Shreya was saying, meet so many people and just get a lot of amazing support from our community and just help as many people as we can.
Boy, David, this is like a goosebump kind of show.
I tell you, I mean, we're lucky to have them right here in Virginia. They are making a worldwide impact, but they're also making an impact right here in Fredericksburg as well. So we feel the love that you guys are producing as well down here, and we appreciate it. But absolutely amazing story. We picked two good heroes this year, didn't we?
I think so. This is one of these kind of shows. I'll never forget this show. This is just.
Oh, thank you so much.
This is just a terrific show, and the story that you have to tell. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk some more with Shreya and Isha Venkat. Also, we're going to get some more information and talk about some of the other local hometown heroes and what Allen & Allen is all about, too. David Williams here from Allen & Allen. We're also talking about Nest, the number 4us, nest4us.org if you want to go online and check that out. Facebook, too. More on News Talk 1230 WFVA. It's 8:30.
I had the radio on. I'm listening to
Talk done right. News Talk 1230 WFVA Fredericksburg, a Centennial Broadcasting station. You're listening to Town Talk on News Talk 1230 WFVA. Brought to you by EV Mobility, here to keep you moving. For daily life, travel, or just having fun, visit GoEVMobility.com. Got a question for today's guest? Text the studio now at 540-371-5756. Here's the host of Town Talk, Ted Schubel.
Wow, we're talking Allen & Allen and Hometown Heroes today, and this is just terrific. We're talking about the Nest for Us is the focus of the Hometown Heroes. Shreya and Isha Venkat here this morning from Ashburn, talking about their what they do in the community and in the world. And David Williams from Allen & Allen. We'll get back and talk about Nest for Us in just a second. But boy, David. The list when you go down, we mentioned at the top of the show, you go down and you look at the list of statewide the programs that are being done is pretty terrific, and even the local choices from the Fredericksburg area, some pretty strong choices.
Yeah, absolutely amazing this year. So this year we have 21 total heroes. 4 are from the Fredericksburg area. I'm putting you guys in the Fredericksburg area. You're honorary members now
of
our community. But yeah, if you go to the website, www.allenandallen.com, you can read the bios on all of the heroes. There's great pictures, but just really those inspiring stories, a couple of which you've heard here today. But I encourage people to go to that website and read all of the stories. But from the Fredericksburg area, I'll just highlight a couple that we've honored this year. One is Chuck Ely. Mm-hmm. And so Chuck Ely, he's probably a lot of people right now, me mentioning his name, know about Chuck. He's well known in this area, but he founded the Lisa Pitts Ely Cancer Foundation in 2016, about 2 years after his wife succumbed to her battle with that awful disease. And now he's founded this nonprofit organization. I think he works with about 24 families to provide whatever assistance they need, because the individual is going through that health battle, but the whole family is as well. And so he spearheads fundraising efforts in Fredericksburg by partnering with other local businesses and larger corporations. And 100% of the money that he raises is going to those families. And so whether it's paying their electric bills, helping them with their groceries, it's just an amazing story. And Chuck is if you know Chuck, he's larger than life.
He is amazing guy,
and he's a great hero. And so we're proud to honor him. Again, go to our website www.allenandallen.com and read about his story.
There's one other.
Art Blankenship.
Art Blankenship, yeah.
Right. So Art is an amazing individual as well that we're so blessed to have right here in Fredericksburg. Does a lot of things. One of my favorite things is he's been helping pack lunches for 2 local elementary schools for the past 4 years. So he packs over 50 lunches a week for low-income students so they can take home and have food over the weekends. And during the pandemic, Art pivoted like we all did, and he delivered the lunches to the children directly. So that's a wonderful thing he did. And he's also instrumental in holding the annual benefit oyster roast that's held here in Fredericksburg every year. I think it's been going on for 36 years since its inception. It's raised over $1 million for our community. And if that wasn't enough, during the pandemic, Art and a team of volunteers went to the Richmond Raceway, and he prepared meals for those working to give who were giving out vaccinations. So he served over 500 hot meals a day to all those volunteers working just through a little portable kitchen. So Art and Chuck are 2 great heroes, as these great heroes we have with us today. But again, you can go to our website and read about Art's story and Chuck's stories. And those are just 2 examples of folks we have living right here in Fredericksburg. But I'm telling you, there's others. There's folks right down the street, right down the hall from your office, doing these same things that Art, Chuck, and the Venkat sisters are doing. And so that's what we're doing here today. So let's put that spotlight on it.
Alan and Alan, this program started, I remember when it started because Alan and Alan was celebrating 100 years. And this seemed like a nice little thing to do for that 100th anniversary. And look what's happened. Right,
one and out, right? So it was created in 2010. And that was, you're right, to celebrate our firm's 100-year anniversary of providing legal help for those injured in our community. And that year, we did a hero for every year we had been in existence. So we celebrated 100 heroes. And I do not think at that time that we had any idea that we would be continuing it after that, right? 100-year anniversary, we obviously have to do something big. But here we now are on our 12th year going strong. And again, the reason we continued the program, because we saw the ripple effect of what happened. We saw how the heroes that we selected motivated others to go out and do great things. So believe it or not, Alan and Alan, this personal injury firm here in Virginia, we have now honored over 450 heroes since 2010. And last year was really special, our 11th year, because our focus solely last year was honoring those who were working against the fight against COVID-19, so those on the front line. Now, knock on wood, we are emerging from that pandemic, hopefully a stronger community, and we're now putting the spotlight on the folks who are making that a strong community.
And to think about it, David, you're just scratching the surface, because when this started, the Venkat sisters were small and volunteering with their parents, and look what's happened. This has come to be, and there are all kinds of stories. There are more Venkat sisters out there, and those stories to be told.
Yeah, and so we need to know about them. And so we're gonna continue to do this program. We're going to continue to put the spotlight on these heroes, because we need to do that to make our community stronger. But people need to be thinking, and go to our website. That's where you can nominate folks. Our nomination is closed now, right? We've selected our heroes. We're getting ready to honor them soon. But that's where folks can go, read about the stories of the heroes, and make their nominations.
And be thinking about next year.
Absolutely.
Be looking. So Isha, when you found out that you guys were going to be called Hometown Heroes, you had to be. You two seem like you had to probably be really surprised.
Yeah, we were so surprised. We got an email, I think, and me and Trey were like, Hometown Heroes? What? Like, we didn't even expect it at all, but we're so grateful to Alan and Alan for supporting us. We're young, and Alan and Alan recognizing us, youth making a difference. That means a lot to us, and we hope that seeing us and hearing about our story inspires other youth to also, step out and make a difference and believe in themselves and their power to make a change in the world as well. So we're really grateful for this honor and this opportunity and for everything in between, for sure.
Yeah, and we're really proud to be like redefining what it means to be a community hero. And like I said earlier, like showing people that you don't have to be an adult, you don't have to have a job or any special skills or even be a superhero to make a difference. Just going out there and doing those small things in the community and not just making it a one-time action, making kindness a lifestyle, that itself is the first step to being a community hero. And so we're so proud to be representing the youth, not only in Virginia but around the world, in service and hopefully inspiring them to get involved in the community early on because we feel like that's changed our lives.
Yeah, and to be one of the 450, right, more than 450 heroes, it means a lot to us. Like that legacy it's incredible.
As you look ahead for Nest for Us, where do you see this going?
Yeah, we definitely don't see it stopping anytime soon, like at all.
Thank you. Keep it going.
Yes.
Yeah, because we love what we do. I
Yeah.
think that's something that's so important is we really, really love what we do. And we've seen that other people, once they join Nest for Us and just get involved in the community, they love it too. And so for us, that itself is a legacy. That itself is Nest for Us going into other communities, going into other countries. We've actually been able to touch people in over 15 different countries, which is incredible. Something that we've never imagined before. And we don't want to start slowing down or stopping anytime soon because we feel like there are still issues in the world that we do have the power to solve. And we're still so young. We still have so much time to get more people involved and touch more lives. So we're always just waiting to do more in the community and get more people involved.
If people want to get involved for Nest for Us, what's the best? Go to the website and go that way.
Yeah, everything is available on the website. Everything is digital now. Everything can be found on www.nestforus.org. Nest for Us with a 4. And you can donate your time, money, items, anything. All the information is on there. We have an events page, which has a calendar of all the opportunities that are upcoming. So people can just sign up from wherever they are and get involved in an opportunity from any of those programs that I mentioned before that they find interesting to them. So everything is on there. If they want to learn more about us, Shreya and I, you can check us out there and any of our programs as well. We have 5. And yeah, everything is on that website.
I hope you're on a good server. I have a feeling it might be crashing with all the traffic that's going to be going there after this interview.
Great stuff. So Isha, you're in high school.
Yes.
What's next for you? What are you looking at as far as as you move along?
Yeah, so right now I'm a junior at Broadrun High School, and I'm definitely looking. So Shreya goes to Georgetown University. She's actually a sophomore this year. So maybe checking out Georgetown, some DC schools. I'm really interested in neuroscience and studying the brain. I've always loved it since I was like in 5th grade, and we were just learning the basics. So definitely interested in helping people with science, which is something I'm really passionate about. So yeah.
Sure. What about you? What are you looking at?
Yeah, so like Isha said, I'm a sophomore at Georgetown, and I'm studying global health, a very relevant field right now.
Yeah.
And so I want to get into healthcare management and, again, continue helping people. I'm a very people person, and so I really want to get out into the world, into the field, and see how I can help provide vital healthcare resources to people in need, people who don't get those resources, and kind of advance progress on health equity. That's kind of my main motto and my main goal in terms of career.
Well, I think what's great about Nest for Us, it's for anybody, but especially you two at this time are just really able to speak and reach out to kids and youth and show youth today that you don't have to just be looking at a small screen every day. Instead of doing that, you can be doing good and kindness.
Yeah, we've actually been able to speak at like different conferences and at schools and really just talk to kids like personally one-on-one. And I feel like that is really inspiring because people can see like we're right here and we've been able to make a difference and touch people's lives. And like when people see that, like like in the flesh. I feel like that is something that's really inspiring, especially to really like younger kids. Like when we were in elementary school, we got inspired. So we kind of hope to pass that on to other like elementary school students and things like that. So we're really grateful that we can, spread our story and at least inspire at least one more person to step up and think about doing good for others. So, because we always like to say, even if it touches one person's life, that's still so important. And, that one person's life is changed forever. So as long as we keep being consistent and keep going after, we can keep changing more, from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and just keep going like that.
Boy, and it's a great message, like we said earlier, not only for youth, but for parents, to show that you don't have to wait until your child becomes a teenager to get them involved in things. How young were you when you both started?
We started Nest for Us when I was 13 and Isha was 10, but we'd been volunteering before that.
That's what you'd said.
In elementary school
Yeah.
itself. And I think that's a really important thing to think about, is because whatever you learn when you're younger tends to stick with you.
Yeah.
And so if you're a parent and you're teaching your kids that service is the way to go, and telling them that they can do it early on, right? Imagine when they get older, what they're going to think. Oh, I was already doing it when I was in elementary school. Why can't I just continue doing it now? Like, I had the power back then. Now I'm older. Now I understand more of the issues. Now I can find exactly what I'm passionate about. And now I can focus on that and advance progress on that. And so I think that's kind of the growth that you see between our younger volunteers and our older volunteers, is you getting awareness of the issues when you're younger, but then you're able to really go out in the community and find that 1 or 2 things that you're super, super passionate about and go and take action on that when you're older. And so I think that growth is something that we're really proud to see in our organization.
Yeah, because when you're young, you kind of have the leeway to pick whatever you want and kind of dabble in a bunch of different acts of service. Like, you may be interested, like in our organization, like you can be interested in feeding the homeless or tutoring a kid or making a note of encouragement to somebody. So there's always room, like as a kid, right, to like kind of pick and choose what they like. And like Estrella was saying, like as they kind of grow up and see more of the issues and kind of understand that a little bit more, they can sort of pick and go into something more specific, if that makes sense. So,
you guys must have absolutely amazing parents then, right?
Oh, yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Yeah, they're our number one supporters, 100%.
As they're right here with us.
They're right here, and boy, your daughters are just terrific. And what a great reflection on both of you.
Yes.
It's great to have it's great to have you here. So I'll ask you, because both of you are so involved in the world. Are you optimistic as you see things and as you see people getting involved in things? Because there's so much pessimism in the world today.
Yeah, no, that's a very important thing to consider, because there is a lot of negative energy around, especially on social media, on technology, like on the internet and all that. And we are hopeful, for sure, because we are seeing youth, especially our Generation Z, we're stepping up and finding those issues, because there are so many issues in the world. But if we only think, oh, there are so many issues in the world, they're all so big, like what can we do? Even if we do something, is that really going to make a difference? Instead of that mindset, we want to turn that mindset into, oh, there's such a big problem, but if I do this, if I take that one step, maybe that could help at least one person or inspire another person to join me in this fight, and we can go and make progress into solving this issue, into making taking those little baby steps into solving that much bigger issue.
Yeah, and it was like Mr. David was talking about that ripple of kindness, right? When people see one youth or one young person step up and make a difference and sort of advocate for different issues, they're also inspired to see what they can advocate for as well. So I feel like when we see more like hometown heroes, like what Alan and Alan is like representing and spotlighting, more people are inclined to give back and are motivated to make a change in their community. So I think seeing that, as we keep going on through the years, I think we really do have hope for humanity with those acts of kindness and spreading the love and compassion and care and everything that we stand for and Alan stands for. So I feel like if we see more of that in the world, I think, we're in a good place. So.
Yeah, we're trying to turn that ripple of kindness into a tidal wave of kindness.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Nest, the number 4us.org. That's where you can find out all the information. Shreya and Isha Venkat, they are hometown heroes. They're here this morning along with David Williams from Alan and Alan. Quick break. We'll wrap it up on News Talk 1230 WFVA.
This is Town Talk on News Talk 1230 WFVA. Brought to you by EV Mobility, here to keep you moving. For daily life, travel, or just having fun, visit wwwnewstalk1230netposttypeepisodep163425. Miss an episode of Town Talk? No problem. Just subscribe to the Town Talk podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Now, the host of Town Talk, Ted Schubel.
Wow, what a great show. Alan and Hometown Heroes. David Williams is here. We're also talking about the Nest for Us program. David, what happens now? I know that Alan has a program in place where you honor all the hometown heroes.
Right. So we've gotten through our nomination period, and that was challenging with all having to go through all the different nominations and selecting these heroes. But that was in April. We did a heroes announcement in June on Facebook Live, and now we have our heroes, and we are very excited to celebrate them. We're all going to get together August 6th at the Diamond at the Flying Squirrels game, and we're going to get the heroes who are really from all over Central Virginia. We're going to congregate them there and again put the spotlight on them. So we're really excited.
They're all terrific heroes, but I think we got the two best here. So
right.
we're
Thank you.
happy to have you here. You were just telling me, we were just talking during this last break, that you're going to leave here this morning and stop off at the Brisbane Center.
Yes, we are. We're actually connected with over 65 shelters in the Washington metro area, and Brisbane Center is one of them. And so we're just dropping off some bread, bagels, some baked goods, care packages, a whole variety of things. And so we're excited to go serve the residents there.
I could talk to you two for another couple of hours. I wish we didn't have we got about a minute left, but thank you for coming in and driving down from Ashburn this morning and talking with us. What an inspiring story, and it motivates me to do more and even learn more about Nest for Us.
Thank you so much. We're so excited being here, and we had such a great time.
I can't wait to see just what as you just look at the future for both of you and for this organization, and it's exciting, and I'm excited. This just shows the Hometown Heroes program of how it can shine a light, and then you're able to even reach more people, hopefully.
Yeah, it's all thanks to Alan and Alan for honoring us as Hometown Heroes. We're so grateful, and we're so excited to celebrate and meet all the other heroes on August 6th, and just continue to spread our story and touch more lives and hearts with Nest for Us.
Well, we are grateful for you. We are the ones, the people here in Fredericksburg, in Virginia, and really all over the world. We are the ones that are grateful for what you do. Just thank you for allowing us to share your story and put the spotlight on you guys.
Thank you so much.
Boy, and David, thank you again to Alan and Alan. It's always great to see you. I go by the building on Route 3. You can't miss it. And
Tallest building on Route 3, right?
I think of you often, knowing that my friend David Williams is in there working.
Ted, you have a standing invitation. You can drop in on me anytime.
I would like to do that sometime. I would like to just be able to look at Route 3 from the third floor there or something. But thank you for what Alan and Alan does in the community, and this is just a great show today. Thank you.
Well, Ted, and thank you. I mean, you're helping us get the word out, so we appreciate what you do really on a daily basis for Fredericksburg. This is a wonderful program.
Nest for the number 4us.org. Shreya and Isha Venkat, David Williams, thank you all for coming, and boy, thank you for what you guys all do.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ted.
News Talk 1230 WFVA. Brought to you by EV Mobility, here to keep you moving. For daily life, travel, or just having fun, visit wwwnewstalk1230netposttypeepisodep163425. The views expressed by the host and guests on this program are their own, and not necessarily those of this station, its management, or Centennial Broadcasting. Hear Town Talk anytime by subscribing to the Town Talk podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. The Glenn Beck program is next on News Talk 1230 WFVA.